Now I'm thinking about it. Technically,
it feels like it is, especially when you then factor in. But we had the
Casual public, welcome to the stream. मेरी जान आ गए वापस अपन live BGMI के साथ. भाई आज watch party करेंगे ठीक है. पहले वो मैंने horizontal stream start की थी, वो नहीं मजा आया, तो मैं vertical stream में आ गया भाई, क्योंकि ये अपना घर है, मैं रोज करता हूँ, ये तो मेरे को मालूम होता है ये इसमें क्या क्या होता है. तो let's go भाई लोग आ जाओ and अपन एंजॉय करते हैं ये स्ट्रीम. तो बताओ मेरे को आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं आ रही है चैट?
Circle goes over towards that northern side. A bit of an awkward res beacon on this one as well, down towards the lake. Definitely possible to go for, but you get caught out on the bridges coming out from that area a fair few times here, Jackie, and also there will be teams playing around that spot trying to hold teams
out. जो भी लोग ने फटाफट से लाइक कर दो एंड आ जाओ सारे, स्क्रीन पे डबल टैप मारो एंड सब्सक्राइब करो फटाफट. आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
on the back foot here as well as Ulf.
आवाज आ रही है?
Aurora holding a 2-2 split. I think they've realized because they're so far down towards the south, likely better just try and clear their back angles and then look for maybe a major
let's go भाई लोग, आ जाओ.
west or the east side later on.
आ जाओ सारे आ जाओ.
Shades of stadium for E Arena, a position they'd love to play towards in a
final.
See if they can win out versus Orangutan straight through the door. And it's easy clean up on the opening two players. Arrow and Wizguard down in a matter of seconds. Seconds
off there, teams know it's happening, they will hold you out, so he is forced to go for the long rotate. But honestly, for Orangutan, it's not terrible because they can just swing back in from that northern side, and it's fairly free with where most of the teams dropped off down towards the south.
Yeah, thankfully he's got just enough time. Pulls slightly further out as well, hedges his bets, he goes up towards the top of the north side, going to get that recall.
Let's go, Chet, aa jao sare फटाफट join हो जाओ.
On screen here as well. Just the one elim to start us off with, Razy.
लाइक करो भाई लोग, जो भी लोग देख रहे हो.
Mate, doing your little special report on Vitality. Razak and Razy, that's been a hell of a duo. They're like the Cray twins, bro. You're just terrified when you see them coming at you.
Yeah, you are. I mean, one of them bringing the double hammers as well. It's a bit of a nightmare, honestly, and they are always looking.
भाई ये ओरेंगटन से अपने को नजर उतारनी पड़ेगी बे. आते ही खत्म हो गया ना, अभी भी दो बंदे खत्म है. रिकॉल करने के बाद भी भाई.
There had been so much talk about Razy and Razak, and Federales has also had
नजर उतारनी पड़ेगी भाई आज के दिन पे.
Throughout the entirety of PUBG Mobile, but Axel was just swinging and not missing. So that's what gives me a lot of hope, and I'm very, very excited to see this team perform as this tournament goes on, just because of how good all of them have been playing individually and as a unit. Taking a look at Godlike though, they're over towards that center side. I think Godlike showed us something different from their region. Honestly, they had some great aggression. I think they've been making little adaptations here and there, figuring things out as they go along. But genuinely overall, we're impressive. We're impressive. They were second best inside of their group, only beat out by Vitality. And to be fair play, I mean, fair play.
Vitality really did get in there, mate. You got a little crunch down the zone here as well, pulling further down. A couple big names amongst the dead center of it all. Godlike, as you touched on, 4 Thrives, Vitality, Enigma Galaxy as well. The representation from Aurora, another side that could have some surprises in store for us the longer this one goes on.
Yeah, Aurora, they just seem to have this capability to choke in the finals.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's their major issue. Every single player on that team has greatness inside of them. It just seems to dwindle a little bit once we get to a final. And we've been asking for that not to be the case for the longest time. And get to the point now where I just don't believe in it, which is sad. But they are consistently always here, and you can't really put them down too much for that. The fact they're in most of the finals is like, that's already a big achievement. Reefus though opening up over towards Yasser from Alula. Tiamba's cut out on that eastern edge. Now, there's a lot of these big pillars involved inside the circle, as well as stadium over towards that northeast side, which is a bit open on the outer edges. It slopes down into it, so if you are E-Arena, you can kind of swing past here. They also know this area very well. It is their
like करो यार, जो भी लोग नए हो.
I've beaten them to the punch here down towards their southwest from stadium.
Excited to see what the form of Fury is going to be looking like in a final situation again as well. They were massively coming alive, dude. Felt like it was way better in terms of the decision making. The communication was on point. A lot of the fights we witnessed from them. Igor as well, just playing so brilliantly with some of the individual plays. Feel like a whole new man showed up. We spoke about this big man though, and he's back on our screens again. Milu scouting around, seeing if he can get a line of sight potentially. Just playing close towards the geometry here at the cliff face. It's Ulf that aren't too far away.
Eagle and Aching desperate to get some elims on board. I mean, man, every single one over on Milu and QZZ, but these guys are the fraggers on side. Aching, a lot of times playing off the back of him. Eagle, very, very good at playing that anchor style. Generally is the last player to go down. Plays that survivalist very well for them as well. Yeah, you're right, Furia looking good. Igor's, I think, was a big surprise.
Yeah.
They've got big names on that team like Chief, Ayala. Silence also doing a lot of good work. But yeah, Igor's was just